Did you know that the Aïnous, also called Aïno, and in historical text Ezo, are an indigenous people in Japan, Hokkaido, and in Russia, Sakhaline and the Kouriles Islands? Historically, they speak Aïnu and related varieties. Most of those who identify themselves as Aïnu still live in this same region. They are black men and women. There's about, they say, 25,000 of them left, but the unofficial number could be upward of 200,000 people. In a book by John Moore called Blacks in China, listen to these words. He writes, the earliest occupants of Asia were said to be small black pygmies who came to the region about 50,000 years ago. That's 46,000 years before the yellow and the brown man went there. The black man was already there, but their job was to establish themselves. And that meant what? They had to subdue the people that were already there. Isn't it interesting that God promised land to the children of Israel, but there were giants living in the land? But they were told to go, and God would go with them. And since it was time for these new people to rule, the Chinese had no problem displacing the blacks that were in China, and the Japanese had no problem displacing the Ainu people as well. Well, let us look at Africans going to Asia. Did you know that Africans carried the art of fighting that was developed in the Horn of Africa into China, which is popularly known today as martial arts, namely Tai Chi, Kung Fu, Judo, and Taekwondo? In other words, the martial arts originated in Africa, not Asia, and it was the Africans who discovered very early that the movements of animals could be used effectively to develop their fighting skills. The oldest resources of kicking, throwing, wrestling, and punching techniques were found in Egypt. These warrior scientists laid the foundation for all martial arts systems.